And so gold, although it's quote unquote sound money, and in the Austrian economy school of thought, the reason that you had stable prices throughout the gold era, the gold standard age, is gold was inflating about 2% a year, and the economy is growing 2% a year. And so if the output of goods and services grow at the rate of the money supply, the price is constant. If the money supply is fixed and the economy grew 2% a year, prices will fall 2% every year. So what's going on is there's a race between productivity and money supply. And if I can drive the price of the product down 20% a year, I can inflate the amount of money 10% a year, and the price of that thing will fall 10%. But if I didn't inflate the price of money, it would fall 20%. So I looked at gold. I said, I need something like gold. But the problem with gold is it's a conventional asset. It had kind of recovered a bit. And I thought, it's not perfect. It's the best idea in the 19th century. And it's not quite working in the 20th century. And so I started thinking, what if someone designed digital gold? Now we go back to the engineer saying, can you perfect gold? And the engineering idea, how do you fix gold and make it perfect? Well, you make it impossible to mine anymore. If God came down and wanted to fix gold, it's impossible to make any more gold, right? How can you make it better? It'd be really great if it was weightless. I'm going to cast a spell and allow you to teleport the gold anywhere on Earth. If God said, I'm going to implement a system of 21 million gold coins, but we're going to call them God coins, and I'm going to keep them in a bank in heaven, and I'm going to let you transfer any amount. I'm going to let you subdivide it by 100 million, and we'll call them Satoshis. And I will let you transfer peer-to-peer and pay anybody anytime instantly at the speed of light, and I will keep track of the ledger of who owes
in an incorruptible way.
I will never cheat you, and I will do it forever for free. If God offered you that kind of divine bank, and you were sitting in Argentina when the currency was collapsing to zero, the Argentine peso went from $1 to the peso to 1,000 pesos to the dollar over 20 years. And it did it 5 times over the century. Or if you saw it happen in Russia, where their currency collapsed, the currency collapsed in Brazil, not 25 years ago. Currency collapsed in Germany a few times. If you read the history of civilization, read Durant. Durant's talking about currencies collapsing in Russia in the 16th century. Pretty much, on average, the currency collapses every 30 to 40 years in most political jurisdictions for all of human history. And if you get a currency to last by the way, the best currency of the last 100 years is the dollar. The U.S. won every war of the 20th century. My house in Miami Beach traded for $100,000 in 1930. It would trade for $100 million 100 years later. 99.9% collapse in the value of the dollar. The winning currency of the 20th century, the best